The Land of Milk and Honey. Dianara was a woman who lived beside the sea, in the land of milk and honey, where the buzzing of the bees was the singing of her melody, a sound of constancy that drowned out every other song and sang her soul to sleep, the deepest sleep of any sleep the world had ever seen. And in her sleep she dreamed a dream of men of means, a dream of all the finest things that women ever dream, of princes and of carriages, of palaces and kings, of all the many wonders of the world of fantasy. And in this land there was a man, a humble fisherman, whose dreams were of a different sort, the dream of reaching land after a day on stormy seas, a dream of breaking bread with members of his family, of sitting in the sand and never daring ocean waves to cast his nets again, but settling within a home to live like other men. One day while he was gathering his nets to set to surf, he heard a muffled droning, and he felt a stinging burn, and he saw a bumble buzzing, and he fell onto his knees, as his ankle flamed with fire, and it swelled around the sting. Thus the fisherman was taken to a house upon the shore, where the daughter of a beekeeper was dreaming dreams next door. And he lay upon the bed and slipped into a dream himself, and there they met in dreamland. The fisher was a prince, and the daughter was a maiden picking flowers in a field, where honeybees were flitting mongst flowers for their yield, for which to build their houses and feed their tiny ewes with luscious amber honey, given as the flower's fruit. And the prince at once was smitten by the maiden's radiance. Her hair was gold as sunshine, and he loved the way she danced amidst the rose and daisies, the lilies, snowy white, as brilliant as the maiden's ivory flesh lit by the light of the warm and glowing star that casts its glow upon the day, beaming all that shines in heaven in the beauty of its rays upon the gorgeous maiden, clad in her azure dress that flowed as it cascaded about her supple breasts and revealed her fetching figure just enough to catch his eye and ensnare his heart with passion for the maiden as he spied. Then the maiden saw the prince upon his massive milk-white steed, a handsome strapping lad with hair as raven as the seeds within the cores of apples ripe and dangling from the trees. His eyes were blue and piercing, and they caught the emerald orbs with which she now beheld him. She longed to feel his arms about her winsome waist and taste the magic of his charms as he kissed her waiting lips and dashed an arrow through her heart. Now the fisherman woke up, as did the maiden there next door, and he walked outside the house and heard the rumble of the shore, and saw the hive of bees and heard their buzzing as before, and stepped o'er to the fence line between the houses' yards. And in the home next door he heard the maiden sing a song, and he began to hum the tune that carried sweet among the two now joined in music, lifted as two bees along the flowers of the fields that both saw now in waking dream. They remembered both the prince and maiden from pastoral scene, and the maiden stepped outside and heard the humming of the man, and walked o'er to the fisher, who extended her his hand, and said, "My name is David, and I heard your lovely song, and I had to join you in the singing. Please don't think it wrong, but I think you are the loveliest of visions I have seen, and would you be amenable to going to the sea, and sitting in the sand while watching waves crash there with me?" Then the woman said her name, and she would gladly take a walk down by the briny ocean, as they clasped their hands and talked, and sat amongst the cattails while the seagulls called with mirth, and their feet made deep impressions in the chilly ocean surf. So the pair went to the ocean, and they still go there each day, the fisher, now a beekeeper, the maiden, now at play, with their lovely little children, down beside the roaring sea, as they say a silent thank you to the buzzing bumblebee.